Hi, my loves. Welcome back. It's been a while since I've posted anything that's longer than a short, but there is a reason for this, and I want to come to you today from a place of being centered, and I always want to kind of show up in this space where I'm more centered than before, but I am not going to place myself on a pedestal. I'm not going to act like I'm perfect. My energy isn't always centered, and I still want to allow myself to create and to share the things that I'm going through without feeling like I'm perfect, right? We're always coming from a place of imperfection. None of us are perfect, and none of us will ever be perfect. So, I want to come to you today with a message that I've been meaning to post for quite a few months now, probably a month and a half. And the message is from Pluto. It is about Pluto retrograde, and it is especially meant for Aquarius placements and fixed signs. So that is the signs that are the signs of Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius. But the star of the show mainly being Aquarius. If you are a fixed sign, please stick around and watch. Maybe there's a message in here for you as well. So, Pluto went retrograde in the sign of Aquarius on May 6th, earlier this year. And we had a Scorpio full moon on May 1st. Now, Scorpio is all about transformation. It's about the hidden depths of you, of others. It is about secret things that we don't see about maybe ourselves or about other people, possibly both. So that's why I said that this is a message for the fixed signs, because the fixed signs will, and probably you have felt this already if you are a fixed sign, will be the most impacted by Pluto retrograde. So, I have been experiencing Pluto in my first house for quite a few years. And if we look at it in the whole sign system, I, as a Capricorn rising, have been through Pluto and Pluto retrogrades throughout my first house pretty much my entire life at this point. And so I know a thing or two about how to harness this energy for our highest potential. So if you have Aquarius placements, right, you are going to be experiencing something very similar. Albeit Aquarius is a very different sign than Capricorn, but they share some commonalities that are very significant. The main one being that both Capricorn and Aquarius are ruled by the planet Saturn. And if you know a thing or two about Saturn, Father Time, although Saturn is very feminine too, I know we kind of see him or Saturn as this father figure, but Saturn is very feminine. Capricorn is a very feminine sign. Aquarius is, I would consider Aquarius a more masculine sign than a feminine sign. And so Pluto being retrograde here, it is going to dig up your deepest fears. It's going to dig up your deepest insecurities. It's going to dig up places in which you have given your power away. And it's going to hold up a mirror to you and say, hey, why have you given your power away to this thing for so long? Why are you not claiming and reclaiming all of this energy, all of this power for yourself, for your highest good, for your highest expression, for your highest potential, why are you giving away your energy to fears? Why are you giving your energy away to scarcity mindsets? Why are you giving your energy away to addictions that no longer serve you? Why are you keeping yourself trapped in a mirror house, in a house of illusions, when you can step forth, step out of the house and into the sun, where you can be a sovereign being, where you have faced your fears, where you have faced every mirror in that house of illusions, where you have seen yourself distorted, where you have seen yourself whole, where you've seen yourself fail, where you've seen yourself succeed, where you've seen yourself in all of the expressions of you. Pluto retrograde in Aquarius is telling us we need to reclaim this power. We need to see where we're still scared about old things, where we're so deeply ingrained about maybe fears about survival. Maybe there are fears about money, right? Maybe there are fears about death. I don't know. It's where you have Aquarius in your chart is where Pluto is going to dig up a 20-year cycle of transformation, which has already begun. But now that it is retrograde in the early degrees of Aquarius, we are feeling this very strongly. It is a summer that is really coated with Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. So, if you want to harness this energy, you will have to start forming an awareness around where Pluto is digging up your truth, where Pluto is showing you what you're afraid of. Are you afraid of your own power? Are you afraid of failure, or are you afraid of success? Are you afraid of losing control in some form? And this is where we really need to dig deep. And we need to go back to our past, go back to our childhood, maybe go back to a past life even, and see the fears that we've inherited, see the fears that have been playing out generations before us, right? Because sometimes things are bigger than us. And I'm really feeling that now in my own life. There are certain stories that continue to play out, and I'm looking at my part in it, but I know that there might be something deeper that I've inherited, or there might be something deeper or something bigger at play, and that's okay. We can always call in, not to get all woo-woo, we can call in our guides, our archangels, spiritual guides, our ancestors. We can call in the deities that we work with to help us with certain patterns. But in essence, Pluto is not something to be feared. Pluto isn't scaring you. It is your own fears that are coming up, right? And we can be grateful, right? I can offer your perspective shift, and we can say, hey, Pluto, thank you for showing me where I was giving my power away, where I was so scared of life, so scared of surviving, so scared about not surviving, whatever it is, right? Let's say if it's in the 7th house, maybe you're terrified of being alone. Maybe you're terrified of, maybe you're terrified of, on the other spectrum, commitment, right? Like, there are spectrums in each house that this story can play out for you. But we need to start forming an awareness around where Pluto is showing us that we are giving our power away. And we can do this by journaling. We can do this by meditation. And above all, we can do this by shadow work, which could entail any of the things I've mentioned before. But yeah, I leave you with this. Journal if you feel called to, and write down at the top of the page, what fear is Pluto digging up for me in this moment? What am I most afraid of? Sit with that question and then journal a page or two and see what comes up, right? See what your subconscious, what's stored in your subconscious, right? Like, it's very scary for us to look there. We don't want to look there, right? Because sometimes we've done bad shit and we don't want to face that. But when we do, or when we can see why what transpired, and we can come from a place of self-compassion, that is where the real transformation occurs. So if this has been helpful for you in any way, please leave me a comment. And to my fixed signs, to my Aquarius placements, I love you and I wish you all the best on this journey. And I hope Pluto is good to you. And most importantly, I hope you're good to yourself. I'll see you next time.